Hello, I'm Renshi Marie Charnley and this is Day Sensei Scott Lauder and we're from HK Martial Arts in Melbourne, Australia. Today we're going to have a look at self-defense against a pin down. We'll go through it in a couple of slow stages and then we'll speed it up. So to start with, if I'm being pinned down like this, the person is pushing down on my hips and they're pinning down my arms. First thing I want to do is bend my knees so my feet are pushing into the floor. Everything else I need to do at once, but we'll go through it stage by stage. So I'm going to turn my head to protect the front of my face. Then I want to slide my arms. I don't want to push up and work against gravity. Rather, I want to slide them either out to the side or up above my head. The other thing I need to do is as I push my foot into the floor, I'm going to launch up and knee into the small of their back. And as you can see here, only my shoulders and my foot is on the floor. The rest of my back is off the floor. So if we do that simultaneously, the head turn, the hand slide and the launch, it looks like this. So if Day Sensei is pinning me down, so I'm bending my knees, so I've got my feet pushed into the floor, and then I'll do the head turn, the hand slide, and the knee all at once. Like this. I've now got one or two, in this case both hands are free. From here, I can be striking up under the chin. I can then use one hand to either push under the armpit or grab under his chin, and the other hand behind his head. And as I roll his head, I also use my hips and my legs to roll him off. Once you've rolled them off, you can then do some follow-up. It might be a kick. If they're a little bit closer to you, you can be using your hands to strike in towards the face or to scratch. Once you've done your follow-up techniques, we then roll away as quickly as we can to create distance. We'll go through that again. So Day Sensei pins me down, and we'll do it a little faster. I bend my feet and roll away to create distance. We'll have a look at a slight variation on that. This time Day Sensei is going to pin me down with one hand, but he's going to use the other hand around my throat. So when you're being grabbed around the throat, it's important to get out of it as quickly as possible before your air supply is cut off. The advantage I have though is I have one free hand. So I can start by bending my knees with this free hand, palm heel striking under the chin, scratching, then doing the steps we did before, the head turn, the hand slide and the knee, and then coming up and rolling off, following up and creating distance. So the key things with self-defense against a pin down is using your legs and your hips, the knee into the small of the back, sliding your hands. Once you've been able to move them off pinning your arms down, and you do have one or two free hands, that's where we have the next stage, which was either a palm heel strike, a scratch, or if you can reach under the chin and behind the head, so as we're rolling them off, turning their head and rolling them off that way. Thanks for taking the time to watch our video against self-defense. We hope you found some techniques helpful.